Hello, everyone, and welcome to session... Oh, crap, I forgot the number.
Okay.
45 of Tales of Aneria. Ooh, boy.
It's like the 6th time we've tried that, so...
Yeah, this is it. That's as far as we'll go. Welcome. Hopefully you're having a good evening. Hopefully, or
morning or afternoon.
Yeah, it's morning, afternoon, whenever you're watching this. And I'm very excited to get into things tonight. First of all, just some quick reminders. We have a Discord. It's pretty fun. We have a lot of fun over there.
Link in the description.
Yep. We have merch. We have shirts.
Look at that.
Look at that wonderful hat.
Look at that hat and shirt. So good.
But I'm not a Van White.
And I've discovered something about YouTube. There's this new thing. It's called a like button. And we want you to press it. Put a skull and crossbones in the comments if you press the like button. That's the only one tonight that we'll do.
We say that so often, and then someone will put a skull and crossbones
like,
in the comments. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't remember. Somebody did one just like today, and I was like, all right. I'm like, no idea what that was for. But I'm super happy that you did it.
It's our catch-all.
That's right.
That's the symbol of the Vanguard.
We can use reverse psychology and tell them absolutely under no circumstances should you click the subscribe button.
Yeah.
Or the bell. But don't ring the bell.
Subscribe button.
Every time you click the subscribe button, Darian dies.
I'm gonna.
Someone's in
I'll be
there
right back. Click on subscribe now.
Too far. Too far.
Poor Darian.
And then finally, thank you to Syrinscape, as always, for providing wonderful graphics. Not graphics. The opposite of graphics.
Visuals.
No, the opposite of visuals.
Would be
Audios. Oh my gosh, this
Auditory
episode is
delights.
terrible.
Graphics is a visual representation, so it would be
something that is invisible.
Inexistent.
It's invisible.
Yeah.
An invisible representation.
Ooh. So
Ear biscuits.
We're a little loopy tonight.
No, but
Just
thank
denying
you
it.
for providing wonderful sound for the evening, the sound effects, and the music that you hear in the background. When there is music in the background, sometimes it's just combat music, which is...
Is there?
No,
Skull
sorry.
and crossbones if you can hear music.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into it without any further ado. Who would like to give our recap for the evening?
is he here tonight?
Who would?
Sorry.
I don't know what he's talking about. It's not even here. It's not.
I don't like it, but I'm going to do it.
Yes. Thank you.
Just do it.
Okay.
So we were captured
Yes.
or arrested by the Arcanum.
Miranda rights. Up in
Ezra ran away to do something we didn't know until later. We all got put on the boat.
Who's a sissy? Ran away.
Bolt was put down the hole. Those 3 guys were
He's running through the woods.
put in the
Shia
cells.
Shia
And we attempted to escape, but then kind of canceled it after rescuing Callie, and she said, "Oh, I have a plan." And you gave her Brasinger, your broom.
And she did also say something else,
After I hazed the
specifically that the Tower of Hoarder, Hanabrasis, and his crew, basically that make up most of the policing force of the Arcanum, were trying to do a coup.
A takeover.
coup d'etat.
Staging.
I missed that. Don't rewatch it.
Coup d'etat too.
Keep going though. You're good.
They took us back to the Beacon, and they put
They did not treat Bolt like a person.
no
No.
butthole.
I mean,
So
technically.
Cargo.
yeah, Bolt was taken to like a lab. Sarah, Eve, and Victor were put in cells across from creepy people.
Victor bought a bunch of cronies
Yep.
with thieves' camp.
And then we star wiped to Ezra.
I was in a desert. 2 suns. Just kidding.
You were on the beach.
His cloak
with
was
with
flapping
an
in the
army.
wind. He had a
Yes.
pipe.
And then you guys attacked the Beacon with your little army that you had collected
It was really cool.
and or bribed. And one of those people was the Lich.
Yes.
What?
Dave.
Something.
Charles.
Zolfric.
I thought it was.
Dave for short.
Oh. Charles.
I am going to make a Charles the Lich in one of my games. You won't know which one until you do, obviously.
Charles in charge.
He's gonna show up and be like, "Hi, my name's Chuck."
Yep. And they had, what's his name? They had
There was
Helm.
Helm, a member of
Callie,
the
Lyra.
Fellowships, Lyra.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much one of everyone.
Who's everyone
on your left.
in an area.
Yep, you had your full end game moment of gathering all your
you guys
allies.
were riding on griffins.
That's right.
That was cool.
It was
Yeah.
so majestic.
You guys
Battle
were- you
shields.
found a secret
Nazra was
entrance?
there. Some of the
Ezra was doing the
Withered Bow
distraction
tribe.
side.
That's right.
Yeah.
Found a secret entrance, got into the tower, came and got a bolt, and then went to the cells and opened them all up, caused a prison riot. And then we went to the top of the tower, or on the way to the top of the tower, we stopped in, I don't know what you would call it, but like just one of the upper levels where Anabrasis was.
Specifically, I'll tell you that this is the entry hall to the seat of the Triumvirate, which is just below the top floor of the beacon.
Yep. And then the rest of the group...
insert blueprints.
No. Cory, don't do it.
Oh, these blueprints are
that
accurate.
Chewing the
4-1.
bottle.
Then Helm, Callie, Lyra, and all them went up to explode the beacon. Or try to.
I got oil.
Had a
Got
big barrel
fire.
of flammable
Oil,
stuff.
fire.
You know,
John Noble was up there.
Star Cruiser crash.
Star
and
Cruiser.
he's-
Crash.
What's that from?
Ewok
Ewok
Adventure.
Adventure.
Oh, wow.
So
That's-
good.
It's on
Cruiser
Disney
crash.
Plus.
That is a deep cut.
Yeah.
There's like 2 of them, I think.
Uh-huh.
Thule.
And then we went into a room
I'll take it from
and
here,
started
actually, if you
fighting.
don't mind.
So I'm not done.
I'm going to take it from here. I am the DM. I will take it from here.
Brothers.
I need to
Like-
gain control sometime,
Wow.
please. Yes, so once you arrived in the entry hall to the seat of the Triumvirate, you encountered Adria Sunspear, the angel, the last angel
bad
of
teeth.
Devros.
Bad teeth, yeah.
Oh,
Not
Aerosmith.
canonical.
Compensating tonight.
And a bunch of Arcanum elite. And the Adria gave you one more chance to lay down your arms. She saw Zulvric and called you all blasphemers. And then you got into a fight and
Probably
you defeated her.
That's right.
And there was one
Clip
that
her
ran
wings.
away, and we heard, "Troll in the dungeon."
Uh-huh, yep.
Just thought you should know. And Abrasis, and then he died. I'm assuming because we didn't see after he closed the door. We just heard.
Yeah. Obviously dead. He's no longer in the story, so
Yep.
as far as the PCs
Yep.
are concerned, he's dead.
Anabrasis,
They're dead to me.
Thanos snapped him into nothing.
And at the last thing you heard was somebody calling out, but we cut away. I can't remember what was said, so we're just going to pick up right from there as the party is finishing off everything, kind of gathering up, getting ready for the next bout. The doors swing open, and 3 figures step through. The one on the left is he looks like an older elf. He's got the long silver hair, a little bit of a beard because he is a half elf technically, and he's wearing kind of the magister's robes that you typically associate with the mages of the Arcanum, except for he does have a little pin lapel that has a silver and green boot as the crest, which is the symbol for House Greenwood, which you guys know and kind of identifies him pretty quickly as Malacras Greenwood, one of the members of the Triumvirate.
AKA dead meat. Because he sucks at his job.
On the right is a Loxodon woman. She has kind of your standard skin, or your standard elephantine skin tone, the gray.
Insert standard skin here.
Yep. She has, again, she's kind of wearing the long flowing robes, but hers look more like a priest's robes. They're white with just kind of the standard like light blue accent that the Arcanum is known for. And she kind of looks a little nervous more than the other two. This is Galena Spokewinter, the head of the Tower of Duty. Yes. Malacras is the head of the Tower of Law.
I'm sorry. Don't look at me. Don't look.
And then
Yeah,
standing
myself.
in the center, kind of the largest figure that you see is a gold dragonborn. And he's decked out in silver armor with sort of light blue accents, and he's carrying a rather large bronze mace, or bronze-colored mace. And he kind of steps forward. You can see this kind of golden glow in his eyes. And it's kind of easy to determine, out of the 3, this is probably Hanabrasis, the head of the Tower of Order. And he kind of stares at you and he says, "Where's Adria?"
Oh, she's dead.
"You destroyed the last angel of Devros."
Well, we wouldn't have had to if she hadn't wrongfully accused us and tried to kill us first.
It was self-defense.
Your willingness to kill a Celestial means that you are not innocent.
And
She did not wrongfully accuse you.
And you're
Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
and your
What's a Sith?
Yeah, I'll tell you about him later.
And
Somewhere
your
out in the Astral
willingness
Sea.
to turn your back wholesale on all of Hasmonday damns you just as much as us.
Hannah is kind of... his head tilts a little bit in that way of... Wait, how? But Malakras and Galena both look at him a little confused. And he says, that is not something that you should be aware of.
Well, we are.
I
The
see.
Eternal Gale sends his regards.
If you don't want us to know it, you're going to have to kill us.
And his mace, like he extends his mace out and grabs kind of the bottom of it and it slams into the ground with kind of a deep rum that goes throughout the entire chamber, almost like he rung a bell. And he says, that can be arranged.
Please tell me before I already have passed judgment on this one. You other two, are you aware of the Arcanum's intent to attempt to take over all of Aneria?
Malakras says, the Arcanum protects an area in an oversight capacity. I know that seems like control to some, especially to the Eight Rings. We've had interactions with them being rebellious in the past.
But do you not know that Hanabraxus himself is planning on a coup to take over the other towers?
That's a lie, says Hanabraxus. Roll me a persuasion check, though.
Okay. Do I still have Bless? Bless doesn't apply to ability checks. That's 19. No, that is a 23.
Yes. Malakras and Galena, again, like look at him questioningly, and Hanabraxus points at Zoldrick and says, you can't trust anyone who allies with a lich. And Malakras kind of shrugs and he says, that's actually a fair point. Liches are notoriously hell-bent on destruction.
Well, at least this lich will tell the truth when in a zone of truth. Would you submit yourself to the same subjugation?
I wouldn't call it subjugation, but of course, a fair trial and everything. And Hanabraxus says,
Right
no!
here, right now.
No fair trial. Just these three these three. There's 6, 7 of you. I don't know. All of the...
Can you trust someone that can't even count?
Just the destruction of the Wayward Watch.
We never told you our names. It's not one of those situations.
I already knew it.
He holds up a manila envelope.
I signed the warrant for
Yeah.
your arrest.
Got away with it.
Galena says, I think that we probably should take a step back and everybody just calm down for a moment. Obviously, there's a lot going on here. And she's like specifically looking around the room. It looks like she's triaging or analyzing, trying to like medicine check everybody on the ground in the room. I don't think any of you left any guards alive. All of the elite, none of you specifically said non-lethal damage. So
Nope, they're all lethal damage. We are here to levy and measure justice, to see the honor and dishonor of this triumvirate.
it's not your place to judge us.
Then whose is?
The classic who watches the Watchers. I like it.
He whispers at her. Oh, that's a good one.
I
had a thing for that.
Malakras kind of looks over to Hanabraxus and says, perhaps we should take a moment. And Hanabraxus goes, no! And then he leaps forward and lands 10 feet in front of you. And you can see like his head like just starts like swelling a little bit, and the rest of his body does until he's just a little bit larger. It's not like he's a size category bigger. It's just a
Sasquatch.
And he's not like he's a Sasquatch or anything. Yeah.
He's the whatever Titan.
But he points his... Eve's in the middle here because she's the leader. And she says... And he points his hand at you. And he says, servant of the trio, your gods and mine once dealt with each other fairly. Lay down your arms and go quietly back to your cells. This is your last chance.
I'm
Roll a
sorry.
persuasion check.
Yeah. I cannot do that.
Very well. Then may Devros have mercy on your soul. And he's going to swing at you.
Bring it.
So I need to roll my attack roll here. Which is
Throwing sucker punches.
a 24 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. I was like, it isn't really something I know, but
I knew he
let's
was
see
not on the
here.
roll.
15 force damage.
The alt steel flashes in front of it and
Okay.
stops the mace cold
Okay.
while I reach down and block it.
And he turns his head to or a little to the right and then
And
up. Or actually, sorry, it'd be his left and then up. And he goes, very well, let's do this. And we will roll initiative.
Yeah.
Cats, wonderful. So before we grab the initiatives from everybody here,
Speaking
let's
of,
put Malacras right in the doorway.
No, he looks
And
evil.
we're just using an old figure for that one.
Deadly Crass?
that was from the 10K, I think.
That was from the 10K.
No,
Yeah.
grass.
Ooh, was that me or Dallin?
I think that was.
Oh, Zamot and
That was you.
yeah.
I think that was Dallin's character.
Tomax.
Nice.
Tomax and Zamot.
Yeah.
Hey, it's got the purple ball.
And we'll
in its hand.
use another
Perfect.
figure that we've used
Oh,
before.
this one jumped
that,
time to hit.
No, that's not Hannibal. So
He's
that's
in the doorway.
Malacras. Yeah.
In the doorway.
Yep, on the left. So
You're
and then we'll put Galena on the right.
I like it. A mace. Like a quarterstaffy mace.
scholarly.
That's my
She goes to
Warlock.
Hogwarts.
Warlock's it on.
And then we will put Hannibal right in front of Eve. Actually, 10 feet in front of Eve.
Just make sure he's prone.
You're going down, Hannibal.
That is a big maul.
And no, he doesn't have a dragonborn face, but we do what we can.
So at this point are our spells still active?
I like it.
Or is
Yes,
it
I'm
been-
not going to count that as a I wasn't counting down the seconds or
Okay.
anything like
That was
that.
all free actions.
Yeah, I
in
was
between
like
rounds.
it's
We're not complaining.
fine.
You don't need to justify
yeah.
yourself to us.
yeah.
Round 5, right?
We'll tell you
I'm
when
justifying
you
to
need
the
to
audience.
Yeah. Still round 5, right?
Yes.
Or
Well, no,
would
this will
this be
be
round 6?
this will be basically round 1 of the new combat, but yes, basically it's round 6. So
Round
you all
6.
have 5 rounds left on any minute stuff, and we will continue from there.
Got it.
All right, and then let's grab initiative. Bolt.
That's 11.
11. Victor.
8.
Alright. You want yellow? You like yellow.
Eve.
14.
14. Seredan.
17.
17. Ezra.
18.
18. Okay.
We can't add bless to
And then
Initiative roll.
the word, can we?
But you can add Jack of all trades if you had bard levels,
That's true.
which for the first time in your life you don't.
I know. It hurts.
4
So-
now.
We should have all at least taken a level in bard.
That's true.
Next
Not
campaign,
you.
let's
Not you,
all
though, just
play
all of
bards.
us.
Just
Every
Party of
turn.
bards.
all bards.
Just to show
A
that
party.
with you, if
Party,
you
yeah.
multi-class right, you can have a rounded party with bards.
Barty hard, man.
Yep, party.
I do like that idea, like a Battle of the Bands style.
Kid Rock, or School of Rock.
Yeah, basically.
We could play Strixhaven.
Uh-huh.
School of Rock.
School of Rock.
I'm getting less interested.
Maybe for later. All right, top of the round then goes to Ezra.
Okay.
Couple around to you.
Top of the round.
Well, Hexburn's gonna go fly up and give me a flyby.
Oh, and our rule of pets and companions are not affected by area of effect spells is still in effect.
In other words,
Or rather,
anticipate some area of effect spells.
yeah.
Crit.
Ooh.
Yeah,
All right, nice. So that is 32 damage. on the first one.
Damage.
Nice work, Ezra.
And then second shot.
The arrow goes flying past your hair.
That's gonna be a 22. to hit
22 will hit.
for 20 damage.
20 damage. Okay.
Lowest I can go. Wah,
All right. Anything else that you're doing?
wah. Nope.
Okay. Then what's going to
Actually,
happen?
I'm scared. I'm running away. In case there's area of effect. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Okay.
And he would have gone 2, 3, 4. So he can get. Whoops. He can get all the way back to me.
Perfect. And then it's actually going to be a legendary action from Hanabrasis. And
Good old
he is going to like he's been pointing at you even like when he struck you, and then as he takes his hand and pulls it back, you feel him tugging on the magic from the trio. So I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
He's the one that breaks oaths forcibly.
Please.
Oath breaker.
Okay. That is a
Did you use
22
22 is a
plus
success.
5 more.
Nope.
No,
Yours
that counts then.
Yep.
Okay.
That's a success. So you feel the trio like kind of bulk back and just blast away whatever he was trying to do, and he kind of stumbles backwards and goes, "I've never had that much power before." And
They've never had a voice like this one.
Thank you.
With that, it is
I
Seredan's
I don't
turn.
cringe.
That was a good
good.
clapback.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, she says that as she's swinging. Now, do I have advantage?
Oh, you're swingers now. Got it.
You,
We are not.
So then
Well,
you...
Eve is not.
The new Vanguard
Sorry,
symbol
Mike.
is an upside down.
were you
pineapple
doing
forward.
Song of the Unseen? Okay. He does have true sight.
Okay. So, I'm going to actually first, as a bonus action, I'm going to put Hexblade's Curse on him,
Okay.
and then I will attack.
Oh, I need to start the fight music, don't
And
I?
that is a. That's only. Let's see. 18 to hit.
18 will not hit.
Okay. And I'm going to turn off my Great Weapon Master at this point.
Okay.
That is of course, since I turned off Great Weapon Master, I rolled really low. 28.
28 will hit.
Okay. For 18 damage.
18 damage.
Oh, plus 4. So 22.
And that's okay. 22. Perfect. And then the butt action.
I used my bonus action.
Oh, that's right, for the Hex
For
Blades.
Hex Blades.
Perfect.
So that's it.
Okay. At the end of your turn, he'll go ahead and just make attack against you
Okay.
with his legendary action. And that is a 28 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. This is the first time that we're pulling out the big stops, guys. So I'm excited for this. We have a total of
What happens if Sari dies again?
25 force
Fragments
damage.
left.
But I will use interception to
Ooh,
reduce
nice.
some of that.
Now, does interception make you take half the damage?
It's just
No,
a D10.
Just reduce
just
slightly.
D10 plus
plus.
Yeah, that's Pariah Shield I have.
Yeah, there's actually another
Proficiency bonus.
thing that does it too.
Oh, is that one?
Oh.
Reduced by
Better than
one.
nothing.
Reduced
So-
by 5.
So it was 25, you said?
Yep, so it'll
20?
just be 20 force damage.
Okay.
And you are pushed 10 feet away,
Okay.
just straight back. Yep. Actually, you know what? This sounds fun. You're pushed into the pillar, and you'll take a little extra damage.
Okay.
Take 4 bludgeoning damage from slamming into the pillar.
Ow.
Oof.
There's a crack
Is
behind
that
you.
the Roblox? Ooh.
Yes. And then it is Malacras's turn, and he looks nervously for a moment, and then he goes, "We have to keep order." And he goes to basically, you can see the lightning crackling in his hands, and then all of a sudden it just dissipates. And he looks down, and then he looks up, and Zolvric kind of leans around Eve and goes, And then he turns to you and he says, "The wizard's mine." And that's what he's going to do on his turn. He's going to rush forward, or start flying forward, basically. And he is going to...
He seems like he might be persuadable. Try not to kill him.
Ugh, you're no fun.
Unconscious.
And what we're going to do
Rex
actually is because,
all of this.
basically because you made this deal with Zolvric, Malacras and Zolvric are going to be out of the fight. But they may affect the battlefield as they sling mighty spells at each other from the roof
You
itself.
drop dead. We
Wizard
know
stools
he
going
screwed
on.
up.
Yeah.
Expelliarmus.
And then it is Eve's turn.
That's not a dual spell.
Oh, whoops.
It ends the duel, sure it is.
Yeah.
I mean, technically. Okay.
It's not a sanctioned dual spell.
You gotta... Sorry, side note about Avada Kedavra. You have to be really freaked out as, like, a Muggle wizard who grew up, like, specifically Muggle-born, who grew up with magicians going abracadabra,
Yeah.
you know, with everything, and then you learn, and obviously you don't learn it until like the 4th year, so you have to be really careful or lucky that you don't try it to see what happens.
Abracadabra.
Like, yeah, and you say it wrong, just in the wrong way enough that it, yeah.
Blow a
Anyway.
hole in Hogwarts.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's-
Harry Potter is notorious for mispronouncing things.
Right.
That's true.
Abracadabras.
Yeah. It's Wingardium Leviosa, not Wingardium Leviosa.
And diagonally.
Diagonally.
It doesn't kill them; it just
It's
like
not-
inverts them.
It's not
Oh, no, it's the bug
abracadabra, it's
turns you inside out.
Avada
Dead.
Sorry, I had to do a little mini rant there. Eve, please take your turn.
Okay, Eve will.
Oh, so when you do it, it's fine. But
Yes.
Yeah.
yes, I'm the DM. It's fine.
And for complaining, I'm giving myself an epic die too.
Wait. Sorry. Okay.
So you will have to move up if you don't want to
Oh,
attack.
move up.
I know I use shield.
He has reach, but you do not.
You have it on yourself.
You can back up and charge.
Let's do that. Let's do Darian. Can I do Darian first? Back up
Yeah.
and
So
charge?
if you want to back up.
Okay.
So when you leave
His range.
his range, he
That's
will
fine.
take an attack opportunity against Darian.
Poof.
Goodbye, Paladin.
We'll summon you again soon.
I heard a church bell.
Did you see that?
That was the
one
sound
of
of
his
the
feet?
thing hitting Darian in the
That's
head.
21.
That will
to
miss.
hit.
You can ring Darian.
That's right. He has
Does
your
he share an
AC.
AC?
Yep. So he swings out, and Darian just like bounds backwards and then charges
Don't call it
forward.
a bounder for nothing. So yes, we will charge.
Imagine the amount of force that would like kicking back like that. You'd like
Yeah.
headbutt the back of his head.
I'm keeping that roll for myself.
Ow.
Can I do that?
That was mean, dude.
Okay. 6.
Good.
Plus
Straight kick a
ram
Gave
attack.
me 1 point of claw damage.
Is 21.
21 will miss.
'Kay.
Darian just slams against his armor, and you can see kind of this golden shimmer of light.
Okay. So that means I need to add epic die to my roll. Wait.
It was 21 before.
Okay, I didn't need to use that.
That was Darian's attack. Did you want to
Well,
use an epic
let's
die
use
on it?
this for Darian's attack, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what was the total?
So 26.
26. 26 will hit.
Okay, so. Okay, so I get
This is some
an
music,
extra
man. Like this is fun.
D6.
Yeah, Syrinscape. Check them out in the description below.
Yeah, Battlecore's my new favorite style.
8
Battle Bar Core.
plus
Ezra
that was
and-
the whitest thing that's happened on the stream so far tonight.
12.
Ezra and Nixburn just having a mosh pit over behind the pillar.
Okay,
That
that's
helps.
You should have seen the cameras before I
12
adjusted the
bludgeoning
saturation.
damage.
It was very
Sorry,
white.
how much?
12 bludgeoning
12
damage,
bludgeoning.
and then he needs to succeed on a strength saving throw.
And what is the saving throw?
13.
Let's see. He succeeds.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice
Okay.
work, Darian. Okay, so then my attack is a 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
Okay. So, no, wrong thing. Where are you? Maybe. So that is 10
10
Damage.
Okay.
damages.
Damages.
And then second attack. That's 12. I'm sure that will miss.
12 will miss, yes.
And then, as a bonus action, Eve will hold on to her little
the talisman.
talisman
Mhm.
thing and say, Trio, be with me. And I want to use my Harness Divine Power
Okay.
to regain a spell slot.
Perfect. Yep. They kind of just flow through you. You can feel them like hanging around you almost. And you can almost feel like they are here. This is important enough that they are watching. And then it is Bolt's turn.
Okay. I would like to run up and try to grapple him.
Okay. So that's a strength contest, or no? Sorry,
You get to use strength or acrobatics.
Okay.
I use.
Athletics or acrobatics.
Sorry, athletics or acrobatics. I get to use athletics only.
That was a box. I'll be fair and roll again.
Plus bless, right? No,
not for ability checks.
check. That is a 24.
24 beats a 16, so you
Okay.
have grabbed him.
And then, as for the second action, I want to shove him to the
to shove
ground.
him?
Or
Okay, yeah.
Face plant him.
Yep, so he is prone.
He
You
is
have
prone.
knocked him to the ground.
Yep.
One thing that I was thinking about last time after we got done is you have to have a free hand in order to grapple, and I forgot that Bolt has a shield all of the time, and so technically you could grapple with a shield, but then you wouldn't be able to like punch him with your gauntlets, right? Because you need a free hand. Unless you drop your shield, or
Bolt's
your
shield
shield
is
somehow.
Bolt's shield is very much like fluid. I don't see any problem with that. That sounds fun to me.
Cool.
So yeah. But good to note.
So he is prone.
Yep, and it is Victor's turn.
Excellent work, Bolt.
Now make him pay.
Oh, we will.
Vicky.
I'll take my AC down one.
And the Braxis, the people of Asmodee, demand justice. They will have their quarter of flesh, and I will use my whatever it's called.
It's metric flesh.
Metric flesh. Yeah. I'm gonna use. Let's see. I think I've used Cinderhearth. I'm gonna use Blackthorn for this one because it still has the honed edge
The
on
Hunt
it.
Edge. Okay.
So that is a.
That was the
23.
sound when I.
23, and you roll that with advantage, right?
I did not. It's a 7, so 23. I'll add 5 to that, 28.
23 would have hit. You can keep your epic die.
Okay, well I'll add that 5 to the damage then.
Yep.
So this is going to be with. I'll just roll.
You do get advantage because he is prone.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I do get the. So that was 3, so that's 10 damage for the initial hit, plus the 5d6. I'm going to re-roll one of those d6s.
Okay.
Oh, that's cocked. It's a 2, so that's going to be 15 damage for the sneak attack.
So how much damage
25
total?
total.
25?
25 total.
25.
Yeah, of course, 25.
And then with
In an
that,
area, 25 is a lucky number.
It's true.
Question: when somebody is grappled and they're held, is that the one where they fail strength checks?
No.
They're just prone. They have
I didn't use an ensnaring
melee,
strike. But
melee attacks against them have advantage. Their attacks have disadvantage.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then in that
Ranged
case,
attacks have disadvantage.
No, it's okay.
In that case, I will.
There's still an elephant in the room.
I
think she's persuadable too. She seems
No,
nice.
I'll do that for the. I guess I'll do that for the next one. I'll use Zephyr Strike. I was gonna use the one, but since it doesn't work, I'll use Zephyr Strike as my bonus action, and just next time I hit him, I'll add that to the damage. Performance point.
All right, then it is Hanabrastus' turn. He is going to.
What have you got for us, Hannah?
He's going to kind of glow with a golden light, and he is going to throw out his mace and try and slam it into Victor from prone.
That's a disadvantage.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure I had Shield of Faith last time, but I'm pretty sure
It lasts for a minute, right?
10 minutes.
Oh, you're used to
So
it.
Shield of Faith should be up. Okay. Good.
So it's a 22 to hit.
It's a 19 on mine, so it hits.
Okay. So that is going to be 21 force damage, and you're pushed 10 feet away.
That was perfect timing, though.
And then an attack on
Right there.
Yeah.
an attack on Eve with disadvantage is a 26 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. So 18 force damage, and you are pushed 10 feet away. I will let you decide whether or not Darian is pushed away, or if you want to fall off of him.
I'll fall off of him.
Okay. So let's replace Darian with the other Darian and Eve.
But I want to, as my reaction, use Hellish
I get
Rebuke.
it. So, yeah,
Okay.
stay.
And then give me a dexterity saving throw first before
Okay.
Hellish Rebuke. Oh yeah, you do have to make a concentration check for your Shield of Faith and for Bless, by the way.
Do your magic. Okay, is that this to it? What did I roll? A 3? 8. And what is it?
Dexterity saving throw.
Plus 7? 15.
15? Yeah, you can stumble backwards without having to be knocked prone. And then what was Hellish Rebuke's save DC and save
19.
type?
I see everyone get pushed away, and I'm just like, Darian, get him!
Dex save of 19.
Bite his
He
head
makes
off.
his save.
Okay, so he'll
bite
take half
tonight.
damage
Take
then.
half fire damage on that.
Bite through the air, hit him
So
in the neck. So
I'll do it at the same level, which will be 3d10.
Okay.
That's a throwback to Enchanter Tim in the Discord.
And then, so that again, as Eve is like knocked back, there's this swirl of black magic and the rattling of chains as it strikes Hanabrasis. But he doesn't really seem to notice. He continues to glow with that
20.
inner light. 20, so 10 after the halving.
Oh yeah.
And then he grabs Bolt's hand, and that golden glow flows around you. I need you to make me a saving throw, please. A wisdom saving throw. Sorry. You get +5 on it as well.
Oh, yeah, because I'm within.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a 13.
13 is a failure. You feel your body lift and...
Hold on. 14.
Nope, still a failure. You feel your body lift and shift, and suddenly gravity reverses for you, and you go 50 feet up towards the ceiling. I'm going to consider that forced movement to break the grapple. So you're going to slam into the ceiling.
Drag him with me.
At 50 feet, so that's
5d6.
5d6. Take...
And it's all force damage.
Everything is force damage.
Gravity
13
force damage.
bludgeoning damage.
That's a wonderful spot.
And he is, and then he's going to stand up. He's going to use half his movement to stand. And that is, so after this fall, the creature reaches the top.
Think of
Falling
Batman wearing
upward.
pants. That's
So
what it
you
sounds
hover.
like it
You're
says.
going to be up against the ceiling until the start of his next turn. At which time gravity will return to normal. And you'll
Great. Okay.
Okay.
Bolt.
Losing its heart.
And he stands up and he kind of like shakes himself and he goes, "You all think that you can best the chosen champion of a god?
I'm one too.
A real god?"
I am a god.
And then he turns and he says, "Galena, please." And she kind of nervously looks around and she goes, "Right." And she flows her hands through.
You don't have
and-
to do what he says.
Give me a persuasion check.
Bolts up on the ceiling.
Yep.
What is he 13.
13. She's going to cast Healing Word on him at the 5th level and say sorry as her word. But clearly she's struggling.
Dishonorable action. She must die.
Okay.
Dishonor to you. Dishonor to the ancestors. Dishonor to
Dishonor
you.
to remember. 1d4 plus 5 for each spell level. It was the 5th level, so yeah, 5. Okay. Could be worse.
Could be better.
Could be better. And then it's the top of the round, so it is round 7, technically, for people counting in tens. And we're going to see if Malacras or Zolveric has the upper hand this turn in their wizard duels. There is a cackle as Zolveric kind of increases his force and sends out this kind of burst of decaying magic against Malacras. You can see his skin kind of going a little bit more sallow. And we'll go ahead and say that for this turn, yeah, you know what? Everybody roll me a d10.
Even me, since I'm up in the sky?
Yes, everybody. Yep.
10.
9.
10, 9,
5.
5,
4.
4, 1. 18, 28. 28 divided by 3 is 9 and some change. So that's some necrotic damage to all the enemies, basically divided among all of them. So a little bit hits Hanabrassus, and you can see it just kind of like one of his like pauldron spikes just kind of rusts a little bit from the decay. And then it is Ezra's turn.
Okay.
Did he stand back up?
Yeah,
Yes, he
he's
did.
tapped his-
Yep.
half his
Alright.
movement stand up.
Send an expert on
He probably
fire.
did like, because he did like a force mace to push Victor away, a force mace to push Eve off of her mount, reverse gravity on Bolt, and then he probably just went boom and hit the ground with his mace and righted himself. Because you know what? Villains get to be badasses too sometimes.
It'd be cool if you weren't such a dick.
17?
17, are we striking Hanabrassus?
Yeah.
Will not hit.
Okay. That sucks. I'll use my bonus action to make that go after her.
Okay.
So that's a 16. to hit it.
16 will hit her.
Okay.
Do you have bless, Ezra?
Yeah, you do. Oh.
Oh, I didn't bless on that.
Thank you.
What? I can't remember what it was.
It was a
now.
16.
16 plus 4, so it would have been a dirty 20.
No, they will not hit.
Okay, so fine. Then that's going to be normal damage. So 11 damage to her.
Okay.
Then I'll shoot at him again. Without advantage this time. That's going to be worse, so I'll miss. Bad turn.
So you'll miss.
Sorry.
So first of all,
That's okay.
something happens here. Sorry, what was the damage? Oh, it was 11 damage.
Yeah, 11.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So she kind of stumbles backward, and she looks over and kind of like breaks off the arrow, and just kind of looks a little bit more resolved that they're doing the right thing.
attack the elephant.
Hey, she healed the bad guy. That's dishonorable.
She wavered.
And now she'll waver more as she dies, wavering on the floor.
Wavering on the floor. And then it is Seredan. Actually, no, sorry. Legendary action.
Of course.
Use his gravity hammer.
He's going to do the same thing that he did last time. You can feel that oppressive magic start to try and claw the trio's energy out of you. So make me another Constitution saving throw, please.
That is a 23.
23 is a success. Again,
Yay.
nothing happens. The trio manages to push away whatever energy they're trying to surround you with. Then it is Seredan's turn.
Okay.
Unless you had something you wanted to say.
No.
Okay.
Your efforts are in vain, Hanabrassus. We know, though, we plan on returning the memory to the people of Aneria that you've stolen. And the trio are part of it.
Attack.
I always suspected.
Nice.
Nice.
From the ceiling. Yeah.
All right. I'm
You're
going
doing great.
all out on this one.
I'm just pacing back and forth.
Okay. So, sorry, give me a sec.
Get your fingers and toes.
That's going to be 32 plus 15 is 47, right?
Yes.
Okay, so 47 plus my rolls. So this,
It's going to be a glorious attack.
this.
I hope it yeets him into
Oh,
the
and I
astral
get
sea.
to do the extra fire damage from my
that's my home.
my
Mhm.
weapon. So
I'm
that's
in
just a
law
d6,
instead.
right? An extra d6 if I crit and like
Yes.
a 5-foot AoE. Okay. So in that case, it's
That's just an extra d6. It's not maximized on that.
right.
Yeah.
But I am going to be okay. So where was it? I was
47.
Thank you. Okay, so 47 plus. I'm going to be rolling. So it's plus 6 plus 10. So that's 63, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Plus 19. Those were good rolls. 26.
26. So
Plus-
plus 63.
So that's
89.
89.
89 damage.
No, I'm not done.
Nope.
Sorry.
Not done. Definitely not done. Why would I think that that was it? All the damage.
Plus 12 more. So 101.
Did you include Hex?
Oh, 105.
105 damage.
Come on.
Also a lucky number in Aneria.
Okay.
So yeah, she's just like, the trio knows, and they're going to help us return the memory to everyone that you stole it from in an area. Big old like radiant light coming from her halberd as she connects.
Nice.
That was the first attack.
Okay. Something happens before the
Yes.
the next attack here. So you cast a smite with that spell, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Eldritch Smite,
Yes.
which is a spell, or is it not a spell?
No,
Okay,
it's-
then you're good. Keep
Okay.
going. Keep
Okay.
going.
You've
All right.
never looked more attractive.
She just
Agreed.
winks at Eve.
Oh,
And
brother.
oh,
Now
sorry.
you're in the
I mean, it
Oh,
was
I
Somebody else
It
has
was.
opinions.
Eve, you distracted me.
I'm sorry.
Now I'm all flustered and flushed.
She just swings and just like
That was well, I was still a 22, 21.
21 will miss.
Oh no, sorry. 13 plus 9 is 22.
22 will hit.
Sorry, I'm not trying to mitigate.
No, I mean you already did. You hit him with the 22
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
beginning. Anybody who's following along at home is already shouting, "Yes, that you did find the AC."
All right, and that is for 11 plus 5, 16 damage.
16 damage.
Oh,
Okay.
plus 4. Sorry, 20.
20 damage. Okay.
And then butt action is that's a miss. That's like a 15.
Okay. 15 will not hit.
Okay,
125 total damage in one turn.
that's a good round.
It's a good round.
Not bad.
All right.
Seen better.
And then at the end of your turn, because I can't speak. Your turn. Hannah kind of shimmers with golden light and flows backwards. He's going to teleport right next to Galena, kind of turn towards her and say, "I need more."
So does it do like the... Does it like the... Which one?
I was going to tell
Let her
Galena
talk.
not to do something. Galena, surely you can see that he has nefarious intentions.
That arrow was an accident.
It missed!
Give me a persuasion check.
Clearly, you saw him aiming for Hanabrasis. The arrow,
That
some
is
weird wind current.
22.
22. Okay. She kind of looks between you two a bit nervously, and Hannah is like, "You're not going to just believe them. After all that we've done together, after all we've been through." And she's just going to look a little bit nervous, but it's not her turn. It is, in fact, Eve's turn.
Okay. How far away is Darian from there?
10 feet from you.
From
Oh, sorry.
Brussels.
Close enough.
50?
Mhm.
So can I run up, hop on Darian, and then...
Yeah.
Yeah?
Give the old yeah.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
Halfway up the stairs.
Okay.
So we'll have Darian do a ram attack.
But he's a rabbit, not a ram.
Darian, just think he looks like
Yeah, he's
both.
got antlers, not horns.
That'll miss.
Okay.
It's only
He didn't
14.
visualize Bolt. That's why he didn't hit him.
That's okay, Darian. You got me.
Here he
Oh,
comes
we
running
hit
in,
him
and
every time.
Annabras is still talking to Galena, just takes the mace and just holds it so that Darian's just like... That's not canon, but that's fun.
That will be not enough. Yeah.
21.
21.
21 will not hit, as we've established.
Yes. Okay.
Can we just get a big
attack
22 right in the corner of the screen right now?
Is not gonna hit either.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's just kind of like fending you off with the mace with one hand and imploring with Galena.
With one hand? That's kind of offensive.
A little bit.
That's all it took, was one hand.
Is that a fencing joke?
Bolt. You're on the ceiling.
It is. It is now.
I guess I will move.
So, technically,
Can
yes.
I move?
Yeah, you.
Because gravity's inverted, I'm not
Yes,
like...
you are prone
the ceiling.
right now because you did fall and land on it. But yes, you can push off the ceiling and just like gravity was inverted.
Yeah,
It's
but
not
I
like you're
can't
weightless.
force myself down back to the ground.
No.
Not unless I can jump 50
Unless
feet,
you
which
have-
I have really high strength.
And then you'd
so
have to
I can't
like
jump
grab
really
onto
high.
something.
Yeah, you'd hit
Climb
the.
up the
It'd be like
pillar.
jumping up to the ceiling and then you just fall back down.
Yeah.
You climb the pillar.
Is there anything on the door area that I could wrap the chain around and get a purchase on?
Probably not. Like there's a lot of like
It's not like
accoutrement, but it's like
It's
like
not like
all
a
very
torch.
like
There's not like a torch holder
No.
or anything like that.
no.
Darian's antlers.
Typically,
How far can you whip?
Well, 30 feet. I guess I can't reach.
yeah,
that.
I would because it is 50 feet down. So
I will just move 15 feet.
Okay.
Well, actually, 10 more because I'm giant. No, that was connect jump. Okay. And then as a bonus action, since you're all too far away, never mind. Because it's within 30 feet, and you said I was 50 feet up.
yeah, you do have a range spell, you know.
I know. Let's see. I want to see if I can get some. Quiet. I know I'm doing it. I will. I'm gonna magic missile
Okay.
as I'm running for it.
All right. What's the total damage? And this is just at the first level.
Yeah, that's the only ones I have left. 9 damage.
9, and that was with +1 on each of them.
11 damage.
11 damage. Okay. Yeah, the force bolts slam down into him. You can see that he kind of like bears it a little easier than he would other attacks. Anything else?
Nope.
Victor.
Alright, so kind of walking forward, Victor will kind of collect himself. He's going to pull out Shadow Song and kind of, with the Zephyr Strike flavor, as the air is kind of like passing through, it'll kind of say, as he's coming towards him, he's going to make an attack by 25, 30. I can do more than that, but I'm going to just go there. He'll basically say, Eternal Gale, God of Wind and Skies, Ruler of Asmodee, Giver of breath and the strength of my lungs, guide my blade to sing the songs of your people, the hymn of the lost, carried on the wind, Shadow Song, strike through. And he's going to throw, and it's up to,
Okay.
that is a 14,
I think
17.
that was exactly 6 seconds worth of talking, too.
Yeah, 17 plus
All
9.
right.
Plus, so that's going to be 26.
26 will hit.
Okay. And that is a d4. So that is the 2 in there. So that's 2 plus. Over there. So that's 9 damage for just the base damage, plus box, plus 8 for the Zephyr Strike, plus because it gives Zephyr Strike gives me advantage on my next
Yeah,
attack.
plus Eve's there. So.
And I'm gonna get the 5d6 on the sneak attack. I'm gonna re-roll. Why don't I just roll 3 ones? I'm gonna roll one of those d6s. That's a 6. So that's going to be 17 on that. And so that's a total of 17, 25, 27, 28, 30, 33.
33 damage. Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
so
plus, no, that one, Shadow Song doesn't have it right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so Shadow Song stabs into like the back of his knee and he kind of collapses to one knee. And he looks up and he kind of reaches a hand for him. He's like, Galena, please.
Galena, do not be complicit in his heresy.
Okay. Anything else that you're doing on your turn?
I've used my... Oh, bonus action. I am going to drink a potion.
Okay.
Because I don't have hit points.
Alrighty.
I can't tell if we're listening to a battle or like Stomp.
Blue Man.
Yeah. It's like garbage cans.
Why not both?
Remember Stomp.
It's a battle against the people in Stomp the Yard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the 90s.
Okay. And then it is Hanabras's turn. Yes, you will fall 50 feet. Is it a saving throw to make sure that... Can he do like a...
He can make a deck save if there's something to like grab onto.
Oh, okay.
But if there isn't...
Well, I meant like to land on his feet, or is it always just prone?
If you fall more than 10 feet, you...
Okay.
Yeah, if you take any damage.
If you take damage, you fall prone.
Alright, so take 17 bludgeoning damage this time.
Oof.
Yeah, when you get battered against the floor.
Fun way to hurt your players that have high ACs. Just throw them at the ceiling.
Yep. Sure. It's a lot of fun, actually.
Reverse gravity is an awesome spell.
Okay, so the Hanabrastus is going to rise to his feet and is going to turn towards Eve, but his eyes flick over to Seredan, and he is going to take his hand and go like this, and a cage of blue energy is going to spring up around you. He's going to trap you in a force cage.
Wish.
Yep.
How many 7th level spells?
Wait, who's getting
slots
trapped
do
in
you
there?
have?
Oh, sorry.
So you are basically within
What's the range on it?
It's 100 feet.
Yep. Okay.
Yep. And it is up to 20 feet on a side. Oh, so it's made from half-inch diameter bars spaced half an inch apart. So 10 feet on a side. So yeah, he just basically traps you in this blue cage. And he goes, I can do worse to her if you don't give up.
Don't give up!
It's a coward's move.
That's definitely not the right move for him. And he's going to regain his legendary actions, but that's all he's going to do. At the end of his turn, he turns to Galena, and she takes a step back, and she goes, I'm sorry. And then she's going to just leave.
Oh, man.
Galena.
Nice.
I wanted to give the claw an elephant.
And he will shout after her. And as he does, like as he turns and shouts, like, where are you going? You can see that kind of golden, light golden aura that's been surrounding him dissipate as she ends concentration on her Shield of Faith spell that she has.
The 22 up in the top corner goes down to 20.
Yes. Thanks for keeping everybody on track with that. And then it is Ezra's turn.
All right. I'm going to step out from my hiding place.
That hidey hole?
Yeah.
I
don't think he can get there to give me advantage, but I will shoot at Hanabrassus.
Okay.
D4. So that's gonna be
You can get
25.
right,
to hit?
actually, X-Burn can get right next to him.
Yeah, but then he won't have any room to come back, so we'll keep him safe. So 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
That's at the table. For 21.
21 damage. Okay.
And I'll shoot him again.
Shoot him again.
For 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
For 20 damage.
20 damage. Okay.
And push up a little bit, so I move 5. 30, I'll just go right there. Have the expert follow me.
Okay. All right. Oh, it was the top of the round. We forgot to see who's doing better, the
Round
Lich
8.
or the Archmage.
Round 8.
Yes, this is round 8. And once again, you hear Zulfric cackling as he's just kind of like bearing down on this wizard. He's looking more and more frail, and as he basically starts pulling off what looks like almost like pieces of his soul, right? They start flying around the room.
Leave him alive!
They start flying around the room. You can hear these wails, and each of you is surrounded by kind of this ghostly wail for a moment. You can all gain 5 temporary hit points.
I don't think it was those kind of whales.
Oh.
as necrotic energy bolsters you this round.
This feels dirty.
All right, at the end of Ezra's turn, he is going to glare at Eve, and he says, "I will unmake you. Give me another Constitution saving throw, please."
Put in the comments what you think she just whispered to her dice.
It's an 18.
18 is not a success. So you are going to take a total of 38 force damage.
Yikes.
And each spell of 5th level or lower on you ends. So Bless is gone. As he finally, this presence finally grabs onto whatever magic the trio has been surrounding you with and just shatters it.
That was my fault. I told it that it couldn't really roll lower than a 10 for the rest of the night. And so far, it's worked.
And then it is your turn.
All right. Let's see. Was that?
I think
that was
my
a
turn.
spell.
Didn't Ezra?
Oh, sorry, it is Seredan's turn. Yes.
But was that a spell?
That was not a
Second
spell.
strike.
That is a legendary action. Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't been hit yet.
Wait, can I? So
it's over
I
once
can
I
use
hit
Hellish
him.
Rebuke again, correct?
No, it wasn't an attack. Hellish
Okay.
Rebuke is against an attack against
Gotcha.
you. So,
I'm going to attempt to Misty Step.
okay, go ahead and roll me that
That's a
saving
page.
throw, that charisma saving throw.
Charisma
please.
saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have Bless. It's okay.
It's not your
I
fault.
got this.
It's Hannah Brass's
I got
fault.
this. 17?
17 is not enough.
I don't got this.
Okay, so you
Oh wait,
try
that
and-
was a D12. I'm sorry, I rolled the wrong die.
Okay.
I'm like,
Baby
I'm just gonna give myself an epic die and let you re-roll that.
it's gonna be even worse. Yeah, 1. Take that epic die back.
All right. Here, you know what? Fine.
Thank you.
Fine. Natural 1, you can have an epic die.
Oh.
Yeah, Seredan.
She tries to. Oh, and I lose the spell.
Yes, you do. You try and
That was my last
call
spell slot.
on the power of the choir, and the cage just slams you back down to the ground. It almost just looks like you try and jump Misty Step through
Right.
the bars,
And
and then
she's
you just slam into the bars.
And she's
fall
like, "Let me out of here, you coward! You know you can't take me one-on-one."
down. And it is his turn. Or sorry, he's going to take a legendary action. And
Well, that's pretty good. I know. Those are soft.
how nasty do I want to be?
Super dirty. Filthy.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
Are you nasty?
Thank you. He is going to.
Stop encouraging me.
He is going to once again glow with golden light, and he's going to teleport to the other side of the battlefield. He can go 120
Boo!
feet in total.
Oh. Crap.
Yes. Yep. So I can get exactly over
Should have
there.
done something else.
Well, just turn around.
Thank you for the nasty suggestion, by the way. I do want one of those. Delicious, yeah. Eve! Not like you can't get there, it's just
Here,
that Darren
take it
won't
up
get an
back.
attack this turn.
Yeah, thanks.
Because he can dash.
Done. Get me over there. Nice try.
Okay. What?
Okay.
Bounders.
Rounders.
Frickin' bounders.
Natural 20.
Natural 20!
Nice.
So,
Light 'em up.
Anabrassus has basically said, I will destroy the one you love, and I will unmake you. And the look on Eve's face is just pure fury as she charges down and brings Tempered Mercy around and swings it forward. I'm assuming you're pouring a smite into this.
I absolutely am. At 3rd level.
Okay.
So that is 16 plus.
Well, so it'll be 4d8 for that smite, so that's 32.
Plus your roll.
Plus 16,
Plus
so
16.
48.
48. Okay.
Plus 5, right?
Mhm.
So 53 plus your rolls. So you'll roll 68.
I'll write that number down. We can add
I have it here as well.
Okay.
68. Okay. Give me some more d8s.
With one of them fancy writing machines.
Thank you.
Bleep, bloop,
Wow. Wow. Whoa.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
There's my French.
Take
Two ones. 10, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Plus one more. 22.
22.
Okay.
Plus whatever.
75.
75 total damage.
Nice.
Would you like to describe
You're getting
how
snake
you defeat Anabrasis? Also, are you killing him or are you just knocking him unconscious?
What would the trio say?
What would the trio say?
Kill neither
You are the
side.
speaker of the wilds, and it's completely up to you.
He's dead. I'm sorry.
Okay.
We'll say, never underestimate the Wayward Watch.
And you never will again. As
I'll take,
Tempered Mercy.
and we're gonna lob his head off.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Not like with a mace, not
Wow.
full like
That's
crack the neck
gonna
or
be
anything.
disgusting.
It's
It
not a
slams
clean
into his
tear.
draconic head.
It's like a
and
Newton's cradle. It hits and the head goes and it stays in the same spot.
As long as it doesn't
Golf.
It just rebounds off. The head goes
And
the
you
other
see
way.
this moment of realization on his face, and you hear him whisper, "Father," and then his head just flies off and lands and rolls on the ground. His body kind of flops down a little bit.
Can it be
Victor?
like a slow motion, and then you have Prayer of the Children? Like, can you
Sure, absolutely. The body drops to the knees and falls over sideways, and as it does, you can see kind of this golden pool of blood oozing out from the headstone.
Force cage drops.
Yep, force cage drops.
Yeah, Sari will just run up and like jump up on the back of Darian and wrap Eve up in a hug from behind.
Not to ruin the nice moment. What's Zolric doing?
Zolric and Malacras, while you two are like hugging, snuggling.
Sorry, we can flush that
That's okay.
out.
I didn't have anything to say. I just wanted to hug.
The fight on top of kind of flying around the room has stopped, and Malacras kind of floats down a little bit, and Zolric looks like he's about ready to come up behind him.
I'll draw an arrow.
It
He's
is
about to do
finished.
this.
Yeah.
I'll draw an arrow at Zolric and say, enough.
Stand down.
Fine. And he backs off and floats back to the ground right next to you. And he says, "I think this concludes our deal. Don't you?"
Sure.
Perfect. Well then, good day to you. Good day, Wayward Watch. Hopefully we never meet again.
Don't get too comfortable. We'll see you in 10 years and a day.
Well, the deal is concluded, right? So we're done.
Oh, not that part. I will
Okay.
see you in 10 years. And he...
That's why you
and he
get
smiles
that
again.
British
It's right there.
Yeah,
in
and
writing
he goes,
every
"I
time."
look forward to seeing you." And then winks out of existence.
All right.
Counterspell. Just kidding. Every time somebody teleports,
Another
I
camera.
can't help it. I'm just
Yep.
like, ah!
I know that you're probably all mad, but look where we are. Couldn't have been without Zolric.
We can talk about this later. Easy. I'm grateful that you got us out.
We can take him. He's nothing.
Victor,
But we have to wait 10 years. That's the problem. Think of all the
I think
damage
there's
he can do
probably
between
a
now
way
and then.
around. We can talk to Crestor. I'm sure she has some weird time stuff or something.
all right.
Well,
Vic-
I might have a loophole for you. Is the sand room still available?
Oh,
You go hang out for 10 years.
That's
Maybe fulfill the.
Ooh, I like that loophole.
You might be
That's
able
gonna be
to
a
look
little
into
boring
that.
for you, but
That's gonna suck for me really bad.
There's a lot of books.
Nezra would love it.
yeah, all right.
I don't know about Ezra.
Victor's gonna collect Shadow Song and take a moment just to
Can
I
Ezra
guess,
take on your curse?
kind of I
he
guess
basically
pay
said
homage
we're
or
done.
whatever, just to like I don't know, just settle it and feel like that he has done right by the people at Asmodee. So.
Okay.
Let's see if there's anything on his body that might.
I
Malacras is actually going to speak up at this point.
Yeah, I was
because
going
he's
to see
Yeah.
to be like, you're not going to try anything, are you?
He actually lands on the ground. He looks very much older and frailer right now, and he goes, "You have what you wanted then? The destruction of order in an area?
No.
Now you can loot the body of my fallen friend and..."
This
and
is
then
just the beginning.
We are.
I look up to the beacon.
Yes, at that point there is a thunderous boom, and the entire tower shakes. And Malacras goes, "What did you do?"
What needed to be done?
And he's going to stand there for a moment, and then he is going to teleport away. Would you like to try and counterspell him?
Yes.
Okay.
I would.
Go ahead and go
One,
ahead.
one left. Yeah. Let's do it.
You need to roll me that.
Okay, so what's the DC?
I'll tell you if you would get it or not.
Sure.
Yeah, typically. Because it's 12 plus the spell's level, right?
It's, I thought it was 10 plus the spell's level.
Look it up just in case.
I
thought
can
it was
look
12.
it up. I have it right here. Counterspell. DC equals 10 plus the spell's
Okay,
level.
perfect.
That is a... it's my charisma modifier, right? So that's a 16.
That is not enough to counteract teleport.
Okay.
That is a teleport is a 7th level spell.
Make an ability check using your spellcasting ability.
Yep.
So plus 4.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so he disappears.
So close.
Okay.
Damn it.
Is Galena, is she anywhere visible?
She went back inside the other room.
I'll kind of go in.
Okay, you enter into kind of this opulent circular chamber that has 3 chairs kind of set in a triangle, one at the just over the entrance to each tower, basically. You do not see Galena in this room.
I'll call out to her. Galena!
There is no answer.
Do we know what tower she was from again?
She was from the Tower of Duty.
I'm gonna go in after her.
Does any of them like
I control myself.
Poo emoji.
I was gonna go in. I want to go in
Where's our
after,
glass?
and she might be in her tower, and try to find can I tell which one's the tower?
Let's find the duty tower.
I don't want to harm her. I want to commend her for being honorable.
You're trying
Being-
so hard. I appreciate
Being
it.
willing to
I
listen to
appreciate
reason.
that so much. Yeah, if you want to, it's pretty easy. It's like a 50-50 chance, and there's telltale signs of like which one is for.
Ah, there's a tusk on the ground here. Let's go in there.
She went shed.
Yeah, so you can enter basically as you enter into the other room. It is very similar to
It
this.
smells the same as when you work on teeth.
That's true.
The same kind of 120
Legit.
feet hallway leading to another
Like tower thing.
well another lift that goes
Yeah.
up and down. This one
as we
the
walk
lift
in,
is
like-
gone right
like-
now currently.
Hello? Is anyone in here?
No answer.
I think she's left. We should probably go back.
Is there anything around that would be like anything to be able to write on? I mean, I guess I have my little.
Is there a treasure
Papers
hoard
and
somewhere?
Yeah, there's a couple there's plenty of like scrolls in
I'll just grab. I just want to grab a scroll and just write something really quick.
Okay. You do feel another rumble from the tower above, whatever's going on above that kind of shakes the tower. Some dust and a little bit of a couple pebbles fall down from the ceiling, that sort of thing.
I would want to check his body, not just for like loot, but I guess I'm just looking for
Any important information? Key to something?
Incriminating, like proof that we actually didn't just kill an innocent man.
Forge the signature really quick.
you-
and
you-
get ourselves out of everything.
Kneel down on the ground. You start like looking everything over.
like getting a dog to
You
go pet.
place a hand on like his armor to peel him over. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Ooh.
27.
His body is like fiery hot, and you
Okay.
you pull your hand away before you take any sort of like burn damage or anything
Okay.
like that. So it's up to you if you want to deal with the pain and roll him over to search. You can, but it looks like, and in fact, it kind of looks like everything is. It looks like it's starting to heat up, almost like it's starting to glow a little hotter, a little
No,
redder.
I'll back away.
Okay. And as you guys watch, you kind of see this flash as the armor and the body and everything just kind of melts into this kind of radiant slag.
Looks like Davros called him one after all.
And at this point, the rest
If
of the party
that,
can
if
go
that
back.
was Davros, we don't know. Could have been something else, some other entity controlling him.
More dead gods.
I say we head outside, see what's going on with the
Progress.
I'll just leave the note on whatever. It's something that looks like it's a obvious place
Her
for the
chair.
museum.
Yeah,
Her
her
chair.
chair. Mm-hmm.
Just leave it there.
What did it say? Oh, it's a secret.
No, it was basically just Victor would write something.
I
quick
like
and-
how thick you are.
Yeah, he wants to knife dance with her later.
quick and simple, something that's basically like, you know,
You murdered my friends. No.
thank you for seeing reason and honor in this. You know, I'm deeply sorry about your losing your friend, and if you'd like full context, you know that, especially into some of the things and the accusations that were held, that Victor would be willing to give them to her in a non-confrontational manner.
Perfect. Yeah, so the note written, you guys all head for the lift. It has been called back down already, and as you get on it, you can see the gauntlet from the guard that Callie, or the mage that Callie stole it from, because you need to have that little like hand thing that's on the ground.
We'll pick it up and use it to go.
I'm starting to think we should have kept him alive to answer to the people.
I trust his decision.
There are 2 other members of the Triumvirate, perhaps.
We do have revenge.
Triumvirate now.
And Kelly's not here.
No.
Okay.
Nope. In fact, you guys rise up the 50 feet. It takes maybe another 50 feet to get to the top of the tower. And then you kind of reveal the night that is this whole combat on the outside. Things have been going okay. The elementals are gone, but the tower and a lot of the airships have taken heavy damage. Most of them are listing. There's still some fighting going on the ground. You can see the Withered Bow and Tobin's mercenaries and the Foul Shield clan all kind of fighting together. You can also see flashes of steel from the Tempered Requiem as the Eight Rings continues to defend their allies more. They're more on like they're the front line tankiness of it than Victor typically does.
It's the Battle of 5 Armies.
And up here you see a few notable
Which one of us
things.
is Bilbo?
First of all, you see all of the enemies on the ground. There's probably 2 or 3 dozen different Arcanum bodies. Most either have been like scorched, they have crossbow bolts in them, a couple have had their armor almost crushed like a can. There are plenty of them that have just like, they don't look like anything happens to them, and you kind of see that one of them has sort of this like very slight just like stab right in the neck. And then you see your allies who are all kind of standing there looking up at the beacon. Lyra is there, her kunai are swarming around her. Helm is, he no longer has the barrel, and his hands are kind of dripping a little bit with blood. He doesn't look too happy, but they all have this kind of quiet awe around them, because the third thing, the most important thing, is that the large orb that is in the center of the beacon is fully on fire, and there is a large crack that is running up the side of it. And Callie goes, well, I think that did it.
Whoa.
And,
That's impressive.
and they all like turn around. Lyra's blades come up like she's ready to fight, and they all relax like, oh, it's you. We kind of thought you guys might die.
Well,
Thank you.
You didn't, so congratulations.
We did kill one of the members of the Triumvirate, though the other 2
Which one?
Canabrasis.
That's the one that we would have hoped you would kill, I guess.
Callie, you said that he was planning on overthrowing the other 2 towers. Do you have any proof?
I have some correspondence, or I can find some, if they didn't remove them from my labs. I suppose, yeah, we would probably want to get some evidence on that.
The other 2, we were able to convince them to either, well, see reason. We told them of what Anabrasis was planning, but they got nervous and scurried off.
They are not our enemies.
Okay. Malacras might be looking to regroup. We might have to worry about him a little bit. If you manage to convince Galena of a course of action, though, she's gone. She's good.
She seemed, of the 3 of them, she definitely seemed the most willing to listen to reason, but we don't know where she went.
She might be trying to reach the bottom of the tower. And with that, like, there's another big kind of crack and rumble from this giant orb, and they all kind of shift, and all of you shift a little bit, and she says, we don't really know if the tower is coming down or not.
come on, any minute now.
Perhaps we ought to get down ground level?
Looking for Keskus.
Yeah,
The
that
beacon is a
point,
sign.
you do see the kind of this
We hear the thump, 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 thump of the...
Sort of. It's more of a. It's more of a bunch of draconic cursing
Bang, bang.
as the greatest treasure comes flying up and around, and a skiff comes flying up behind it, kind of trying to blast it. And as it's like the cannons are coming around to bear, you actually see Ezra step to the back of the ship, and he takes his hands and he just kind of warps them in front of him, and the ship just starts rusting and decaying and slowing, and then just kind of falls from the sky.
At that point, Sarah like looks at him and kind of looks over at Ezra.
Hey.
Is this where we have our Halo, the end of Halo, everything starts falling and we run towards their ship?
Well, you're not quite there yet, unfortunately.
Dang it.
Not that cool of a moment, because as Keskus is coming around and pulling up the ship, and Ezra is kind of collapsing a little bit, taking a breather after such a costly spell, there's one more crack that comes from the beacon, and then it splits just a little bit, and a figure falls through. And it falls through slowly, almost like a slow motion drop of rain, and it lands kind
it's
of
a dragon egg.
collapses in a heap, and you see a man
Mother
standing
of
there,
dragons.
or not standing there. He's on the ground. He is pure white skin. He's got kind of a little bit of black around the eyes, almost like black eyeliner, that sort of thing. Very thin alabaster. I guess the closest would probably be like what are they called? Kalishtar?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very much looking like that. Kind of a long, almost willowy, stringy silver hair. And he kind of blinks a little bit and he looks up. And as he does, the beacon's inner light fades down to nothing. So darkness, except for the fire, the natural fire, covers the land. And he looks up and he starts scanning the sky. And you can see like he stumbles to his feet and he runs to the edge and he's like, "No, where is she? No. This isn't right." And then he turns to you and he goes, "What did you do? Who are you? Where's my family?"
Who are you?
I'm Lurian. I'm
What?
Lurian. I'm the son of Dusk. I'm my mother. Where is my mother? And he waves his hand to the sky again. Where is she?
Who is your mother?
The moon.
What?
What is a moon?
You don't. No. She's gone. She's really gone. My brother. The son of Dawn? Hanabrassus, where is he?
Well,
He has passed.
Ruh-roh.
gone.
Passed? He's dead?
Yes.
Yes.
And my father?
Is that Davros?
Yes.
We don't know.
We only know of him by name.
When we talk to the Eternal Gale, do we know like definitively that his dad is irrevocably the son?
So from the Eternal Gale story, Davros gave the last of his divine energy to become the artificial sun that flows around Aneria.
Davros gave his life to give life to these people. He is the son of this broken, fractured planet, or what's left of it.
I'm the only one left.
And who are you exactly? Other than Lurian.
I'm Lurian. I'm the son of Dusk. I'm the god of just before night.
And why have you been kept inside that orb?
I wish I knew.
Do you know who put you there?
No, I don't have any memory of that. I remember my mother telling me that it was time to go to sleep and falling asleep, and I woke up here. This is all wrong. Who are you people?
My name is Eve. It's nice to meet you, Lurian.
Nice.
We are the Wayward Watch. And we are here to save this world.
Well, I hope that you can. Is it in trouble? Is it in danger?
It is in great danger.
Well, okay. And he kind of takes a moment to just take a deep breath. He almost looks like he's centering himself. And he says, "What can I do?"
Can you tell us where you came from, Lurian? Do you remember that?
Well, I mean, I came from my mother, from the moon.
Of course. Where did you and your mother live?
Well, we lived in the sky above Aneria, this world, though not this world. And he kind of like moves over to the edge and he sees the battle down below and he goes, that's a little concerning. And then he moves over to the other side and he goes, this is wrong. The rivers are, there's giant rivers, everything's out of place.
This Aneria is not the Aneria you knew. There was a great tragedy, and it was broken apart.
The Devourer.
Yes.
It got to us.
No, it was the
Yes and no.
the spell that went wrong, and then there was a great overreach of power.
The planet was fractured in process.
And your father sacrificed himself
So,
provide this piece of an area with a
But-
bit of sun.
But your brother and his companions were involved in, well, wiping the memory of the inhabitants of this portion of an area, and essentially trying to rule the world.
he was always ambitious, I suppose.
What is the name of your mother?
Ooh. You know what? I did not think of that. I was just going to call her the Moon. Would you like to come up with a name?
I feel like it has to be something,
Lunira.
yeah, with Luna in it. I like Lunira. That's pretty.
Okay. That's fine. That's
He's Lurian,
Yeah.
and she's Lunira.
Yeah. Lunira.
No wonder Hanabrassus felt different.
Right, he could tell who was the favorite, right?
Yeah.
What was your relationship with your brother?
Well, I mean, as brothers always are, we
Brother versus brother.
we fought. I was better, of course. But he was kind. He was a bit intense. He was always worrying about making sure that light always reached the world.
Well, I am sorry. I cannot. Honor compels me to tell you that we killed your brother.
And now I think you should join us on this ship so we can leave this place before it collapses.
Your brother was involved in a plot that took the memory of what happened to Aneria away from all the people that are remaining. And perhaps him locking you up, or someone locking you up in this orb, and I point to the cracked orb, perhaps they were feeding off your power to keep the magical barrier around this place going.
Remove the agency of the people. I'm sorry.
I mean, any bed that Hanabrassus made is the one he lies in, I suppose. I won't fault you for anything. I don't even know if it's true or not. I have a lot to think about. But I won't be joining you on that ship. I'm sorry. I don't trust anything at this moment. But I will remember you, Wayward Watch, for good or for ill, I suppose. But for now, I should leave.
Where will you go?
I will go searching for Mother. If I can find Lunera, maybe I can make some sense of everything, or barring that, maybe my father has some answers, if I can reach him.
Your mother may still exist out in the Astral Sea. Perhaps if you could help us lower the barrier, you could leave an area.
I will. Like I said, I have a lot to think about. I will see what I...
Tread carefully. The Devourer is still out there somewhere.
You said we were in the Astral Sea.
Yes.
Okay.
I know that because I'm not from an area originally. I'm from outside.
Well, all right then. Sorry, this is very strange to me. I'm sorry to hatch and run, as it were. But I really should just get my head straight. Goodbye. For now. and he kind of does a Cheshire Cat fade almost like
Counterspell.
yeah.
He's
just
gonna pop up
just
in
kind of
places. Are
it's
you
almost
my
like he
my
gets
mother?
wrapped in this kind of cloak of night that causes him to disappear and dissipate into the wind.
Well, that was
Odd.
something.
Interesting.
We
yes.
live in a really weird place. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, agreed. We should find a more calm forest and just settle down.
Aneria is one of the stranger places I've been.
Cascas calls out, "Are we going or not?"
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Hold
So
on. Yep.
the party plus the rescue party climb onto the ship, and the greatest treasure pulls away. You guys watch as the last of the oil kind of burns away off of the beacon, and it goes dark. And for the first time in an area, it isn't a pleasant, like, light darkness that covers the night. Instead, it is pitch black.
No stars.
There are a few stars, because technically, like, the barrier does provide a little bit of ambience, but most of the light does come from the beacon. Actually, no. The beacon would have been causing a lot of light pollution, I think. Yeah. So as it fades and the fire fades, it takes a good, like, 15 minutes, but you begin to see the full constellation of the Astral Sea outside. A dazzling array of starlight, galaxy, nebulae, that sort of thing. It is a truly magical moment.
Do we feel any change in our memories?
No.
So the beacon wasn't keeping the barrier going.
Mm-mm.
We need to continue that ritual and stop
Yes.
and break the barrier down.
We need to find
Do
a
we
Definitely.
still
Yeah.
have? Do you
Or
still
is
have it, or is does Callie
scroll?
have it? Yeah, the scroll.
I
You
took
gave
it
it to
back
what?
from
Yes, you took
Callie.
it back.
Okay.
What? Were we able to read it?
She has half of the ritual. The trio had half of the ritual, and the Choir of the Crags had the other half.
And we need to go to Archdom to meet somebody in like 20-ish days now.
Because the Eternal Gale
Actually,
and
maybe less than
the
that,
trio were
17,
working together on
15.
the one half.
Yep.
That's right. So, to Archdom.
Well,
To Salzburg?
do
How does the
our friends down on the ground need our help?
Everybody, yeah, like as you guys look down on the ground, Keskes is moving towards the back line. And you see that the fighting has slowed down a little bit. There's kind of this soft hush because everybody's looking up at the fact that the beacon is no longer lit, and there is a wide array of stars that are now shining
Does
through.
anyone have thaumaturgy? They can like make their voice super loud.
No.
I don't. Be cool though.
And you guys are able to land on the back line where you find you know what, yeah, Tobin is there. We'll say Tobin and not Gerard, but Herdrus, which is the priest that yeah, bless you, plus Lenora and who else? I think that would be everybody. Oh, we'll say your sister's there too, Lucia.
Okay.
They're all kind of standing around, like, wondering what to do next as the ship lands, and Lucia runs over and she says, "You're back."
I did it.
Yeah, you did. What do we do? Should we push the advantage? Should we retreat for today?
I didn't even think we would get this far.
These
Wow.
these soldiers are not responsible for the actions of their overlords.
No, we shouldn't stand down. I think we've sent a big enough message. What do you think, Eve? You're in control now.
Great.
The fate of Aneria rests on our hands.
Well, I just
And
smashed
the
off
blame.
someone's head.
The blame of an area.
Yes, I agree. I don't think any more bloodshed will do any good. Stand
Alright.
down.
This will at least cause people to doubt what they think they know.
Okay. So Lucia goes, "Very well," and she takes an arrow and she pulls it back and she launches it into the air, and as it flies up and hits its peak, it explodes into a red kind of flare that sparkles down, And you hear Gerard say, "All right, lads, back we go!" And everybody, like the entire mercenary army with the fallow shields and Ivan and the rest of the Tempered Requiem all back up, and they all start making their retreat, kind of covered by the withered bow, but it doesn't seem like any of the Arcanum are taking the opportunity to follow or taking the advantage of it.
I want to find Gerard.
Yeah, he'll just kind of be hobbling along. You'll see that one leg is kind of injured, and he looks at you and he goes, "I knew it would work."
Now that was rescue.
Well, it's all thanks to your friend here. He came up with the whole plan.
And in fact, I because I haven't done that yet, I'm like, you know what? You're right, and I want to give Ezra like a big old hug and be like, "I'm sorry for all the doubt that I threw your way about the Lich. I still have my reservations, but that was amazing. Thank you."
Thank you. I can't do anything without you guys. So.
And I want to turn back to Gerard and say, you know that slod that you were telling us about?
Oh, yeah.
And I pull out the claw that we had taken from it. I say, we found him. He sort of found us, actually. But anyway, we found each other. And he has been disposed of.
All right, well, fancy.
I don't know if you want to keep this for...
Well, I think it's your kill. You can keep their treasure for it. But we've got 2 reasons to celebrate tonight. And there's a cheer that goes up through the Foul Shield clan. And you guys kind of make your way back across.
So
there's griffins. There's a couple boats that are
what
taking
happened?
people
What did the
across.
Arcanum do when everyone started retreating?
They look like they're kind of regrouping themselves. They're not like following along behind you guys, just because they look like they took pretty heavy losses in addition. Yeah, and there definitely are a lot of missing faces from the beginning of the attack from your side as well.
Maybe I'll pull Ezra aside and say, I think I owe you an apology. Your idea was sound, and we did not listen.
Oh,
You did well.
it's all right.
Oh.
Someone has to save your sorry asses.
That's true.
Well, we're
That's
glad it's
true.
you.
My ass is not sorry. It's quite perky.
All right. Well, the other ones are bolt.
I'm just gonna laugh.
Okay, and you guys cross the river. Basically, it takes the rest of the evening to get back across, kind of thing. There's no pursuit that follows. Cascas, the greatest treasure, flies kind of overhead and scouts around a little bit. You can take Brasinger back if you want to scout around yourself.
I'll take it back. Lyra, would you like to go for a spin?
You know what? Yes, I would.
I can show you the world.
Yes!
And she will mount the broom behind you and do the classic
Mount the broom.
the,
He'll
arms around.
start and he'll say, "Why don't you drive?"
I mean, okay. And then she gets off and she'll come around the front, and she'll take your
wants to be
hands
the
and she'll
big
put them around her waist, and she'll say, "Hold on," and off she goes.
Looks like we've lost Vicky for the night. Shouldn't
He
we...
deserves a night.
I agree.
Might
Shouldn't we... You
loosen
know what?
up.
We deserve a night.
That's true.
We
night.
do.
Good night. Oh, by the way, I've been meaning to tell you. I stopped at the
Magic
tower,
rooms.
and I picked the best room. It has the greatest bath.
For us, thank you. We appreciate that, Jaja.
Remember,
It's
Ezra,
very kind.
For you.
we won the sparring
Don't
match.
worry, all my stuff is in there, but it was just for a night.
Now, before we go our separate ways, shouldn't we parley with the remainder of whoever's in charge now with the Arcanum? I think we ought
Well,
to.
You left
We'll be
a
checking
message.
in for a while. Which one?
You left a message with.
I left a
Perhaps
message
Lyra.
to Parlay, but I don't know if I told anybody other than unless Bolt was there.
Bolt was there, so you would know.
So Bolt would know about
I
it.
have a message for Galena.
Yeah.
I'm assuming she'll be the new.
I just want them.
I think we should.
I-
I think we should head out, and we'll
Distance
reach out to
ourselves.
her in more official channels.
I need to get closer to Artstrom, anyways.
I'm just thinking we ought to let them know what we know. That we're not their enemies. That we're trying to right the wrongs that have been done.
Perhaps we go through Lady Crestor.
That I think might be the best plan. She is the one probably with the most clout.
What will help our case the most is taking down the barrier, getting that other portion of the ritual.
Well, these lights do quite a bit
They'll
in and
help.
of themselves.
But the whole of Aneria gaining their memory back, and basically the history being revealed will probably help more than anything. So, if you guys want to all rest, I'll keep watch up here on the deck with Kes.
I don't think anybody will be really resting.
Well,
We're very happy to be alive.
you go do whatever you need to do after a big long battle, and like I said, I'll keep watch, and I guess we'll head to Southport and then up to Arston.
In the morning, right?
I mean, we can head there at night.
It's not enough private rooms for my taste on.
He's out on the broom, and there's
He's
3
gone.
decks.
He's gone, though.
There's 3 decks.
We didn't
Yeah,
even
there is a cargo
He's
hold.
not coming back.
The cargo hold.
The cargo hold, yep.
Romantic.
Not the cargo hole. Cargo hole. Don't worry, I don't have that good a hearing.
I do.
You're gone now.
Exactly.
That's true.
We're gonna find a glade.
All right. So,
You just jump off the ship or the nearest glade. All right, fine. We'll set down and let you off, and then we'll go and hover.
so
Go and hover, just circling.
I'll just keep watch.
Are you done yet? What's happening down there?
are you guys wrestling? Who's winning?
Somersault contest?
Kes.
Oh my
They're
gosh.
done. I hear yes.
All right.
Yes,
So,
why do you have that?
I'm not blushing. You're blushing.
show of hands.
I'm not there, so
Who wants
This is all
Cascas to keep moving? Okay, you're stopping for the night.
Okay.
Yep.
Victor.
Yeah, so Cascas will
He's
park
gone.
down
We'll be scouting
on the. We'll say it's a
Scouting.
southwestern wedge, so southwestern wedge edge of the rivers. So basically, you can see the expanse of the Pouncewind prairies stretching out before you. It's kind of this wonderful savanna grassland that you're seeing currently.
How close?
Yeah, sure.
Savannah.
How close is the top of the barrier? Like, so we were at the top of the
He's
tower,
gonna Fly
right?
straight to conk.
Like, how close can we get to the barrier just to like inspect
I
it?
mean, do you want to try?
You're gonna probably lose
I mean, it
oxygen.
depends on how
before-
far. I mean, if we're flying for like 3 days, it's not. Obviously not. But
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
if it
like
doesn't-
nobody's
Move
ever really tried to go up as far as
to
possible.
leave orbit.
I will recommend it to her and say,
255
What do you
blocks
say?
up.
The first to see the barrier up close.
Really?
Uninhibited.
That you invite me out here just to go see a barrier?
I mean, it's up to
It's
you.
a barrier he's trying to breach.
We can-
I make no assumptions.
We can give it a try, I suppose.
I mean, it's
This episode is cursed.
I've been trying to be so good this whole time. It's so hard.
Victor's
We make
taking
it really
baby
hard,
steps
don't we?
towards
That's
romance,
what she
Yeah.
said.
not diving.
Knew that was coming.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
There's no accidental tilt there. That was on purpose.
And Victor is trying to romance her, but not trying to
Yeah.
seduce her.
So I will say that if you guys start heading up, you probably maybe get. I mean,
That's what I wonder. Like, is it?
as you start like flying upwards, after maybe about 10 minutes, you notice that that Lyra has started to like veer off to the left almost,
You guys are gonna,
and
go
like
unconscious
she's
and fall off
she's
the
almost she's almost like in a trance a little bit, almost as if like, no, I don't want to do this, I don't want to go up here. And in fact, give me a because you are aware of the barrier and its effects more than Lyra is, give me a intelligence saving throw, please.
That's a 15 plus intelligence.
You reach the barrier and then appear underneath an area.
Intelligence is plus 6, so that is a 21.
21. Yeah, that's not enough. You kind of like feel your vision fading a little bit, and when it's not exactly coming to, but when you're like the next time you're aware, you are back down on like the beach, and Lyra's just kind of you're just kind of sitting there. Lyra's got her head on your shoulder, and she kind of blinks and stands up, and she goes, "Huh, weird. I have a very bad headache. I apologize.
Lost your chance.
Maybe I got a concussion.
Now she's got a headache.
No problem.
Honey, I got a headache. Okay, good night.
Well, headache or no, isn't it? Like, I mean, I assume it's like it's a sight
on the
that no one
barriers.
has like
Yeah.
beheld in forever. So like, yeah.
It is very beautiful. You just keep finding yourself in trouble, don't you, Victor?
I do. But I find it keeps life exciting, more fun.
It does.
Listen, I've been having some trouble. I have this dagger. It's as much as shut up.
Yeah.
Don't really.
I'm having some trouble with my
It
happens
happens
to
I'm
everyone.
I'm putting a kibosh on here right now. Let's have this RP moment.
Okay,
Sorry.
everyone.
Sorry.
And I'll take out the basilisk dagger. I've been asking myself why I just haven't been able to connect to it. And the more that I felt, this was a dagger of my creation, and I want you to have it.
What?
It is made from a basilisk thing. And it would mean a lot to me to know that I know you take care of yourself, you are strong, but to know that something of me is there to protect you as well.
I'm honored, Victor. That's very nice of you.
You're important to me.
And she actually blushes a little bit, and she'll quickly bow her head and like hold out her hands in the standard like knife transfer between one person to another 8 rings manner.
You don't have to tell me, but at some point, if it does speak its name to you, I'd be curious to know one day.
I'll let you know. And she takes it and she like reverently puts it into a sheath at her side, and then she goes, "Oh, I suppose." And she flicks out a kunai and she says, "It's not as special, but perhaps it might be more fitting."
I'll accept.
And she'll place it in your hands. As you do, you feel like that little tingle of magic as her presence fades from it, as yours like touches it at the same time. It's almost like touching fingers into like the same spaghetti bowl. I guess that's a bad analogy.
We both reach for the spaghetti with our hands and our fingers touch.
And then
So is she Lyra?
I can't believe I ruined it. I'm sorry.
So is she Lyra Amber Cheeks now?
Yes, amber cheeks. Yep.
No blushing.
I suppose they might be worried where we are, or they don't care. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure they're fine. Eve and Seredan were making goo-goo eyes at each other. Is that a new development, by the way?
Oh, you should.
Google Eyes have been around
we should
forever.
talk about this with Ezra. He's really good at.
Oh, yes, and I
That's
met
so gross.
I met the other Ezra as well.
He's pretty cool, right?
That's an interesting development.
Don't tell Ezra I said that.
Your secret's safe with me.
They're both really cool. They both have great things about them.
But one can destroy entire ships with a wave of his hand.
And he'll, like I said, they'll just have a
stabby stakes.
Hey, Hawkeye took out a helicarrier with a ball, so
It's true. He'll just have more like that kind of just
Yeah.
good conversation, like deep dive kind of conversations.
She does say, I also heard a rumor that one of the primes, one of the apexes, is back.
Yes, the Paragon.
Paragon, that's what it is.
She was stuck in time. It turns out it was pretty crazy. We saved her.
I thought that might have been you. I also hear that she's making her way towards Scald Seat.
Oh.
And that
He'll like just be like,
and that my entire ring is being called back.
ooh, to the principal's office.
did they say why?
No, I just got the butterfly this morning. Actually, I was going to head out as soon as we were done.
I don't want
Shudder.
to intrude, but
Every time someone says they have butterflies in their stomach.
I wonder if I'll see you there.
Are you heading that way?
Someday soon. I don't know if I will be there at the same time.
I
And
mean,
I'm not sure if I'm welcome, honestly. But
and she reaches up and she touches like the side of your face right here,
Mhm.
where there's probably still a little bit of a red mark from where the
Tan line?
the tail line from where I was, and she goes, "Did she help you remove that?
she did.
She must have found you very worthy.
Yeah, or I paid her a lot of money, but probably yes.
If the blindfold is off, the curse is done. Exile's over. You can come home, Victor. And I'd be happy to help speak on your behalf.
Are you retiring, Victor?
And
then
Victor
just play a bar?
leaves the wayward watch and lives happily ever after.
That would... I would be honored.
Every night. Sometimes multiple times a day.
Well, I guess I should probably head out. But I will see you at Scald Seat.
I will see you at Scald Seat. And he'll give like the more ceremonial kind of bow.
And she'll do that as well. And she'll hesitate a moment. And then she'll lean in and she'll just peck you lightly on the cheek.
He will go like blood red in the cheeks, like
Dark blue. Because you have blue skin.
Yeah.
and he'll just like hold his breath until she leaves.
And so she backs up a few
Passes
steps, her
out.
hands behind her back, and she's kind of blushing as well. And she goes, "Thank you, by the way." And then she kind of falls backward, and as she does, she goes, "Brazinger," and flies off with your broom.
So right. So far he doesn't care. He hasn't realized
Yes.
what's happening. It'll give me an hour or two
Okay.
before he's like, wait a second.
As for the rest of you, we're not going to do anything with even Seredan. We know what they're doing tonight. Unless you have a discussion that you want to have prior, after, whatever.
Pillow talk.
Hello. Yep.
Or
But I do
Boss
want
below
to.
donkeys.
I do want to have a conversation between Ezra and Nezra. He's going to walk up and he's going to do that half-orc arm clasp that your father taught you. And he said,
you're the meme.
I'm glad that you came out when you did. I was literally out of magic at that point.
It's good timing.
Yeah, thank you. Where's Zolvric?
He left. I'm unsure.
That's a problem for 10 years from now, if I'm remembering correctly.
It's part of the agreement, yes.
I'll see if I can keep an eye on him at least.
I think it would be wise. If he gets out of line, we'll do what we have to. He's a necessary risk for this to work.
Yeah. Interesting that we're here. And he kind of waves his hand around the Pouncement Prairies, like on the beaches, on the shores of the Tremecules. And he says, This is where our father came from. And he kind of points at the beach and he says, this might be the very beach that he met Tobin for the first time. You still haven't read his journal. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to get you his journal. I'll get the rest of that over to you as soon as I can, because it's an interesting read. Our father led a rather storied life, actually.
I always thought as much. He seemed to have too much wisdom behind his eyes. Learned it the hard way, I think.
Yeah, but he tried to hide it well. Tried, being the opportunity there. Mother is doing a bit better. I haven't quite unraveled the mysteries of her mind and her ailment, but we're making slow progress.
Good. She'll be happy to have you there.
She'd be happier if we were both there. But I
You
understand.
were a chosen one.
And yet you've brought about the greatest change. And he waves at the dark tower that is looming on the horizon.
I make my own destiny. It has nothing to do with the prophecy.
Yeah, that's why you get along with Lucia better than I do. She doesn't really like me.
Well, she's a bit prickly.
I suppose if you need me, obviously you can come say hi whenever. I know where to find you now. I've got your teleportation rune sequence.
We'll be in touch, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Thanks for your help. Make
Thank you.
sure everyone else knows as well.
Yeah, I will make sure that everybody hears about it. In fact, that's where I'll be heading now. And he'll take a scroll out of his pouch and he'll unroll it, and you can see kind of the runic circle on the ground. And he says, "Goodbye for now, brother."
Brother.
And then he teleports away. No, you can't counterspell.
What? Where are you?
So
you guys have long skipped away hand in hand.
Yeah. So where do Eve and Seredan go? Do you like just go bivouac out in the savannah?
I don't know. Evie, where would you like to go?
Just somewhere we can enjoy each other's company.
Okay.
A patch of Luna
Find-
berries.
Yes, somewhere with Luna berries. A view of the stars, but yet, you know, secluded, like maybe in a little copse grove.
Okay. Yeah, you can find a few like of those savanna trees around here. Maybe you find one, and there's a couple like panthers lounging about in it, but they like perk up a little bit as you approach, and then just quietly move away. That's right.
Troglodyte group of trees.
No, I don't think so.
What did you just say? A trilobite?
Troglodyte.
Isn't that a
Troglodyte.
creature?
That's a creature.
That's a creature.
Creature.
A cosp of trees is what you might call it.
Copse
Troglodyte.
or
Or a
There's one
grove?
I'll find out.
Anyway,
Our love song plays.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Bad Romance by Lady Gaga.
Oh!
Sorry.
Lady Jaja.
Lady Jaja, one of the best.
Wait, it was from that one lady. Bordertown. What was her name?
Oh, the
Oh,
bard in Bordertown.
Yeah.
The
I
one
can't
that
remember her
you
name. Yeah, she's
We're
playing for
wearing
you
her
guys.
kimono.
no,
Yeah.
our song is called "Asleep at Last."
Okay.
Sounds like a murder-suicide song.
Well, kind of do.
How much cowbell does it? Sorry.
And I mean,
Please continue.
I'm fine to just fade to black
Yeah,
unless
fade
there's
to
Okay,
black.
something
perfect.
that
Yeah,
you wanted to-
yeah. If there's anything that you guys wanted to discuss beforehand, that's fine. But we can just fade to black.
I'm done talking.
The whole world faded to black just a little bit ago.
It's true.
So we will cut over to the greatest treasure,
The darkness fades
where
to light.
Keskus is finishing like battening down the hatches, that sort of thing, for the evening. And he pauses. He's been pausing about every 5 minutes, like looking up, just kind of staring at the stars. And Callie and Helm are there.
I'm assuming this is the first time you've ever seen stars like that before.
Yes. Beautiful things,
Yeah.
like millions of gold.
Yeah. Well, each one of them, there's a possible place like Aneria near it, full of other people that run greatest treasures of their own.
There's only one greatest treasure.
Second greatest treasures.
Yes.
Well,
You have your memories back, yes?
I do. Yes, all of them. In fact,
Keskus is happy for both.
thank you. If you are curious, I was going to tell Callie and Helm a little bit about our past together.
Yes, absolutely. First, Keskus has a thing he wishes to speak about.
Go ahead.
It is unpleasant for Keskus to say this, but Keskus may need to leave Wayward Watch once we get to Southport.
Oh, is something wrong?
Yes.
We promise not to do any more battle royales on your ship.
No, I mean, yes, I appreciate that. Can Keskus get that in writing from Victor?
Sure, when he gets back.
Wonderful. No, Keskus's coffers is running light. Repairs on ship with hasty job, and other people working on Keskus's ship with Keskus doesn't really like. No. But that's neither here nor there.
How much do you need?
15,000 gold.
For the ship?
15 or 50?
15.
15?
Yes. Yes, is expensive pieces that were repossessed by Arcanum. Had to get them replaced. Ship is not running as well as it should. Which is part of the course, Keskus supposes. But
Well,
So
Once
Keskus
you
has
get
to
to-
make shipping.
once you
Make
get to
money.
Salsport, if you can take us that far, that'd be great.
Of course.
And I'll pull some money out and
Your piggy bank is a
yeah, I just squeeze. I give him 1,000 gold.
Okay. And he takes
Hopefully this helps a little bit.
I could not ask money from a friend.
No worries. We've done our own share of damage to the ship.
True, you're not getting deposit back. No.
The deposit that we did not leave.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Lady Crester must have deposited.
Yep. Yeah, Lady Crester's definitely not getting deposit back.
If we need your services in the future, we will absolutely pay for them.
I appreciate that.
And
To be fair, I thought Lady Crestor was like paying him this whole time.
Lady Crestor paid him to get you guys to Border Town and back.
So
Every-
the rest
everything-
of this time we've just been
just
abusing the
freeloaders.
poor thing.
Yeah, Keskus has basically been like, yeah, I'll take you around. You know, we're friends.
Couchsurfing.
oh, I
Friends.
feel horrible.
But now, you know, the bill comes due, and he needs to get
Well,
back to Holly
we
Creek.
have a place in Salsport now.
Yes, Keskus see it from afar. Ezra never take Keskus there.
The Wayward Watchtower.
This is a good name.
Yeah, we're workshopping it.
The
I don't
Everwatch.
think he asked. I would've
No,
said
he
yes.
definitely didn't, and he was spending his entire time working on it. He's probably just giving you shit.
But I hear, and I assume that we would have got a report from the Littlest Hopes about a little bit about the tower.
You got a full rundown from Mash.
Okay.
Yeah.
It does have a place to dock an airship, right? It does have off that one. You said off the one side.
So
was like
there's a garage that you can pull an ornithopter in, but it will not fit.
There's
an
not like
airship.
a
There's not
platform?
like a platform.
well, soon there will be a place that you can dock an airship at.
Ooh,
and
fancy personal dock for Keskus.
yes, you're always welcome.
Keskus like. Yes.
Unless we get our own airship, then we don't have to build 2 docks, one on each side.
You would.
Then you gotta
Keskus-
park somewhere else.
What type of airship would both get?
I don't know.
I mean, Keskus, we could give some designs, maybe help.
Possibly. I have quite a bit of experience with airships, so
Right. We'll talk another time. Yes.
I just if you want to stay and listen to what I was going to tell Kelly and Helm.
He glances over to the other two who are just kind of like quietly conversing with one another, and he says, "Maybe Bolt's family should have this conversation."
Consider you part of my family now.
And he pulls his goggles down over his eyes, and he goes, "Keskus,
They fog up.
yeah, a little bit. They fog up a little bit." He goes, "Keskus, be happy to listen in."
Yes.
Yes.
Why don't you grab us a little bit of food?
Of course. And he scurries off to go get some rations and that sort of thing.
Yeah, or the stew that's always boiling in the back.
The dwarf stew.
Yeah, and then I'll go over and approach Kelly and Helm.
Yes.
Are you two okay?
Yes, I'm fine. And Helm kind of takes his hands and he flexes them and he goes, "This finger is a little tight, but I'll be okay."
I can take a look at it later. There is something I want to talk to you two about.
I should hope so.
As you know, I have all my memories back.
Yeah.
And I would like to tell you a little bit about you. And me, I guess.
We'd be very happy to hear it.
Well, pull up a seat and I'll wait for Keskus to come back with...
Okay.
some
Yeah, he
food.
comes back with full charcuterie because that's the standard in area fare.
Charcuterie board.
Charcuterie board.
And he'll set it down. Helm will just kind of like... Helm actually won't take a seat. He's probably like standing off to the side of the airship at this point and just kind of
He's
like
a big
listening.
boy.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Cause he's a brick.
Um, and he'll just stand there. Callie will take a seat, and they will all turn their attention to you.
And I will give him the spiel. We'll kind of
Okay.
go... I'll start with like we were together on a ship on a mission, and then I will get into more of the details of past ages stuff.
Okay. So that will probably take most of the
Oh,
night. there's definitely a lot of questions that they ask, but they do seem happier for it. And Cascaz actually throws in a few questions of his own about various things. Specifically, like anytime you mention an airship, he's like, what was the size dimensions? Yeah,
exactly.
like what was it made out of? That sort of thing. So, but yeah, we'll go ahead and say everybody can take a long rest. Beautiful. And I think that's a good place to end it tonight, guys. I think that's a wonderful
pretty
little
short episode.
Yeah, sometimes they're short, sometimes they're long.
Short and sweet.
Yeah. But what we're going to do is we're going to level everyone up to level 11. So congratulations.
Did we explain what we were doing?
Oh,
Yeah,
not
we
on
talked
camera.
about- oh, you didn't.
Yeah, we didn't talk about it on camera. So from this point moving forward, I have decided to switch over to a milestone ruling rather than experience. I feel like it'll let the story flow a little bit smoother and not be so worrying for me if you guys level up halfway through an adventure and I have to readjust any sort of encounters or anything like that. So, yep, you'll kind of just be hearing that at the end of episodes. Oh, 3 attacks or 6. Yeah.
Extra.
And
Ezra
I think the
attack.
next step is to get to Salsport, right? And after that,
Check out the
Archton.
new digs.
It should be to get to Salsport, get everything situated, and get to Archton will probably take about that amount of
About
time.
as much
Yep.
time as we
Yep.
need.
And if you do, like, Cascas will say that if you do, like, pay him for the transit and everything, it'll take him a little bit to get some cargo because he wants to ship it to Archton so that he can make some money.
Do we have
but-
Masha's ring number?
Uh, yeah, I'm technically.
I was
like,
wondering
yeah.
if we could call ahead to
Call
Salsport
ahead seating?
and be like, hey, we have room to ship some cargo out to Archton. Try to find someone. Try to
Okay.
find some cargo.
Yeah.
So that we can help facilitate that so it's faster
Mhm.
to get.
Yep. Yeah, we'll go ahead and say that that's easily done. That shouldn't be too hard. So yeah, you guys can get there faster. So you guys will arrive in Salsport next time. We can talk about what happens there, or we can just move on to Archton from there and on to our next adventure. But until then, thank you everybody for joining us this evening. That was a really great episode. Inspiration all around. You guys were fantastic tonight. Thank you. And thank you. You get inspiration as well, dear viewer. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go to the Discord. Like, comment, and subscribe on everything in the Discord. Skull and Crossbones is all that. And of course, thank you to Syrinscape once again. You provide wonderful ambience that helps elevate our game to the next level. But until then, bye everybody.
Thanks, guys.